Hey everyone, this is Froboy. I'm here for the second part of my helmet review regarding the Dark slash Talon Ranger from Charge. Well, technically, even though it's been released in the comics officially, I'm overthinking it. I'm just gonna consider him as such. Anyway, so I'm gonna add a little light. I'm wanted to do a second part of the review because, as mentioned in the first part, I was a bit disappointed with my helmet for a few reasons. It was mostly because I had difficulty wearing the helmet. However, I eventually found a way to put on the helmet, and would you believe it? It was me removing the pads. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's something common you hear in a lot of Power Ranger helmet reviews, where it be Aniki, Kamen Rider Nimoy, or whoever. So I guess that's kind of going to be kind of like a general thing that most cosplayers who buy these helmets will have to deal with. That being said, however, I'm pretty happy with my product for one of two reasons. One, I'm able to finally get it on my head, no issues whatsoever. As I just said, remove the padding. And two, it just looks really good. I mean, let's be honest, it may not be perfect, but I still love this helmet. There are some minor issues, very minor chip, as you can see there. And as I mentioned before, the sticker isn't on point. And the mouthpiece here isn't as sharp or clean as I would have liked. And when I look through the visor, it is actually not that clear to see. And I don't know if Nimoy purposely uses cheap quality products, or maybe he's just still learning how to like better prepare these things. Either or, I think I'm gonna start putting this on so to give you an idea, because I'm pretty sure there are some of you who might be interested in getting a helmet like this one day from anybody. So right now I'm just gonna remove these latches. So the trick is, there's like this strap here that you can see, and I removed the padding because that was in the way. So what you gotta do, this is actually pretty optional, but I do it just to make it convenient. As you can see, I attached the straps via Velcro style, and as you can see, I have the fins kind of like not directly against each other, because that would be impossible. They'd be pretty much stuck like this. I kind of angle it to the side and lift it like this. Once I do that, I put this on. Move on top, come close. Sorry, this was working before. I'm just gonna remove the straps of the Velcro. Sometimes if you keep it connected, it can get in the way. At least it doesn't really give me that much freedom to move this thing about. That being said, however, this is how I normally get it on. There we go. Nice and smooth. It's completely on. Oh,
issues whatsoever. I don't know if you can hear me. I apologize. But yep, that's pretty much it. It's a lot easier than how I made it to be. But yeah, as you can see, it's really not hard to breathe. As you can see over here, there's pretty much a nice good opening, so it's not really hot as much as the issue being.
And it comes out like that. Just in case you couldn't hear me, as I was saying, like, that was a lot, I made that a lot harder than what it actually was. As you can see, I did get it. You probably could tell, but because I have curly hair, it got caught on top. I recommend that Kamen Rider Nimoy needs to put some kind of like cap, like I think they're called sperm caps, as I mentioned before in my last video, where you use to kind of like keep everything together. The same with the ears, just everything to be as smooth as possible. Because I could feel a bit of my hair being caught on top, well, with the portion when it was lying in. That being said, the only issue I have with this helmet is the fact that the issue isn't hard to breathe, nor is it hot. If anything, I got a lot more vents going on from under here. And I do think like removing the padding not only made it easier for me to put this on, but allowed more air to kind of like move freely around my head. That being said, the only issue I come across is even when this doesn't happen, mind you, the visor is still kind of like not 100% clear. But as I was saying, the issue that I come across when wearing this helmet is the fact that it starts to fog up, which is pretty normal. I'm pretty sure if you're a cosplayer or you're thinking about cosplaying, you may have heard how there's some fog-free lenses. And you've even seen how some Power Ranger helmets can have the visor where they have multiple dots. That's unappealing for some people, but for others, it's a necessity so that it doesn't start fogging up. I was able to like wear this helmet for a couple of minutes before I realized, okay, yeah, it's fogging up, and at a certain point, I gotta take this off. If anything, breathing hard wasn't really an issue. Wasn't the issue that came across. Again, I was able to breathe perfectly. It wasn't really hot. It was, if anything, there was enough ventilation to keep my head cooled and at this room temperature. Only there doesn't seem to be enough to the point where it's gonna fog up and just create that blur in front of your face. But overall, considering the paint job and considering the overall look, I like mounting this on my mannequin that I have in my room. And it's kind of fun because since I'm in the military, we have random room inspections that happens on a weekly basis. So they're not as random, but yeah, depending on where you're stationed or whatever. It's kind of fun having my mannequin just face that direction. And as soon as someone opens the door, they see this motherfucker just staring at them. It's pretty funny and amusing. I'm not gonna lie. When I started doing that, I occasionally jump, especially if I forget to leave the lights on, and I laugh for a moment, thinking like, yeah, that's right, that's my mannequin with my costume. That being said, that doesn't mean I do have a ranger suit for this yet. I may talk to Kamen Rider Nimoy. But overall, the helmet is pretty nice, and I'm pretty happy with it. Now, the price I paid for it was $250 US dollars, and I didn't have to pay for shipping. He mentioned that I had to pay some fees, but apparently they didn't charge any fees when this was mailed to me. And pretty much he had this helmet already made. So if you go on his Facebook page as of August 30th, 2018, he does have a bunch of Ranger helmets. I've even seen one of these still being there, like one or two that are ready to be shipped. So now would be a really good time to buy from the guy if you're interested. I'm actually going to order a Ninja Storm Navy Thunder Ranger helmet, and I want to get a Yellow Ranger Wind Ninja Storm helmet as well. However, for the latter one, he told me that he needs to make that, and so it will take a month. But he still has the Navy Thunder Ninja Ranger. So I am actually going to order that. I'm not sure if I'm going to drop the money now or maybe wait for a few weeks. You know, you don't want to get out of control over spending your money. I'm pretty sure we can all agree on that. Especially when this hobby, cosplaying or not, it can be really expensive. But yeah, I'm really happy with this helmet. I know like I had a bad impression at first, but like I said, I was gonna give it time, and it worked out pretty well. This is a Ranger that I have a great interest in, and I'm glad in the comics they gave Hecko from the American Super Dino Chargers, or both regular and Super. You know, they officially gave him this character and this Ranger in the comics. Hopefully in the future, if they do an anniversary special or something, maybe he can morph into the Ranger and be revealed as what happened when he had the Dark Crystal. Anyway, I'm nerding out, but yeah. Overall price, $250 US, which is not bad. I actually heard Aniki recently up his prices for reasons I'm not gonna get into detail. You can Google that yourself. Shipping, this took less than a week, but again, because he already had this made, so I'm not gonna make claims that he's gonna make on his promise if it only takes him a month to make a helmet that he doesn't currently have already to ship. Overall, I give this a considering imperfections, the way how I see through the visor, even if there wasn't that smog building up. It was a pain to put on at first. It didn't come with a cover or anything. I have one, but for the sake of this review and this product, I'm not gonna show you. I'm just gonna show you my experience with just purely this guy and nothing else I had involved. I'm gonna give this a high 8.5 out of 10 because price-wise, this is really good. I mean, all things considered, like Aniki's helmets can be pretty expensive, and for a Kamen Rider Nimoy who's still new to the community, he's pretty talented in my opinion. And I do think that if you want a cheaper option, you want to save on money, and you obviously want to make sure you're getting your money's worth, you're getting your money's worth. I'm not. It's, if anything, you might have better luck than me. There's the minor chip and just overall the sticker and the paint job and the mold not being 100% perfect. This is still a lot better than what a lot of people can do on the market. Not the best, but still decent enough that I think it's worth spending the money, especially if you're trying to save. And that being said, I hope you liked this review. If you have any questions or you'd like to see another type of review in the near future, just let me know in the comments. And like I said, I'm planning to do more of these in the near future. So I hope you guys liked it. For a boy out.